Morning. Today we are going to study about the white matter of brain. Yes, so this is actually showing the cut section, a longitudinal section in which you can see the white matter of brain in the center, and you can see the cerebral cortex in the outer part. So that is the white matter. It has lot of fibers, it contains lot of fibers. Now coming to the classification of the white matter of brain, we have mainly three types of white matter. First is the association fibers, second is the commissural fibers, and third we have the projection fibers. So association fibers are fibers which are connecting in the same hemisphere. So that is the association fibers. Yes. And what do we have in the commissural? So that is association, what is connecting in the same hemisphere. So first we are going to talk about the association fibers. So these are the association fibers. It has been well drawn out. You can see that clearly. So we have some long bundles, some large or long association fibers and some short association fibers. And each fibers are drawn in the same color and as it is written. So coming to the short association fibers, we have some fibers which are called arcuate fibers, which will connect from one gyrus to the other gyrus through the sulci. So that is the sulci, and this is it. It is connecting from one gyrus to the other gyrus. So these are called the short association fibers. These are present all over the cerebral cortex, and it is connecting the gray matter of one gyrus to the other gyrus. So that is the arcuate fibers. So we can see this arcuate fibers in all the more or less all parts of the cerebral cortex. It gives rise to short connections. It is giving rise to short connections between the gyri, so between all the gyri. So now we come to the long association fibers. So when we talk about the long association fibers, we can see here these are the fibers which are extending from one lobe of the cerebral cortex to the other lobe, or from one pole to the other pole of the cerebral cortex. So you have this, the names of the fibers are written in the same color as it is shown. So coming to the first, yes, so coming to the first association fibers, that is the uncinate fasciculus, which extends from the anterior inferior part of the temporal lobe. So that is the anterior inferior part of the temporal lobe, from the anterior inferior part of the frontal lobe, sorry, and there we have the area number 44 and 45. That is the Broca's area of speech. So the anterior inferior part of the frontal lobe to the temporal lobe. So it is extending to the temporal lobe. So from the Broca's area of the speech, it is going, and temporal lobe, as you know, is associated with hearing. So it is actually giving an understanding of the speech. So it is very important for the motor area of the speech. Okay, next we are coming to the cingulum. So this orange color bundle is the cingulum. So what does it connect? The cingulum, it runs just above the corpus callosum and the callosal sulcus in the cingulate gyrus. So we have the cingulate sulcus also. So it is running just above the cingulate sulcus. It is connecting with the uncus. So it is extending from the anterior part of the, just in front of the corpus callosum and lamina terminalis, and it extends through the cingulate gyrus, and it goes and ends in the uncus through the parahippocampal gyrus. So this is the medial surface. So it is into the ending in the parahippocampal gyrus. So that is called the cingulum. It is running in the cingulate gyrus just above the corpus callosum. So now coming to the next association fiber, that is the superior longitudinal bundle, which has been drawn in blue color over here. That actually connects the frontal pole with the occipital pole. So you can see it's a band of white matter, which is connecting the frontal pole. It is taking the entire convex course of the medial surface. It's a long fiber, long association fiber, goes to the occipital pole, which is the visual cortex. You know, occipital pole is purely dedicated to vision, and also it is going to the temporal pole, the posterior part of the temporal lobe. the occipital lobe and the posterior part of the temporal lobe. It is like an association. It creates understanding of the vision, whatever the person is seeing. It is judged because frontal pole is associated with intellectual activities and thought processes. Okay, coming to the next fiber, that is the green color fiber, is the inferior occipital fiber. Okay, fronto-occipital fiber. You can see that it is again connecting the frontal pole to the occipital, and it is separated from the superior longitudinal bundle by another bunch of fibers, that is the corona radiata. So you can see over here we have the superior longitudinal bundle, then we have the fronto-occipital bundle, that is the fronto-occipital bundle, and that is the superior longitudinal bundle. So these are all what? Association fibers. They are communicating the different parts of the cerebral cortex with each other, and that is the mass of white band which is between these two fiber bundles, and that is what is the corona radiata. They are actually the projection fibers. The corona radiata will pass between these two bands. Now coming to another band, that is the inferior longitudinal bundle, which is drawn in purple over here, and you can see it is connecting the visual cortex, the occipital pole, with that of the temporal pole, and temporal pole is associated with hearing, so primary auditory area along with the primary visual cortex. So again it is for coordination of information. So from the temporal pole to the occipital pole, you can see again it is a inferior, it is also a inferior, it is also called the inferior longitudinal bundles, and this is how the association fibers are seen. Now coming to the commissural fibers. Yes, so this shows that this is the medial surface, and the medial surface of the cerebral cortex. You can see all the commissural fibers over here. Yes, so this is the main commissural fibers. You can see one big commissural fiber in the center, that is the corpus callosum, which has different parts. So this is one of the, it connects both the halves of the cerebral cortex. So commissural fibers are fibers which will connect one side of the cerebral cortex to the other side of the cerebral cortex or the neocortex. So corpus callosum is connecting both the halves of the neocortex. So corpus callosum has different parts. Yes, so that is the posterior part, and it is a she-shaped. It has the anterior part, so that is the curve, so that is where it curves. So you have the lamina terminalis, and then it curves, and then it forms the corpus callosum, which is a band, and that is the lamina terminalis. That part is the anterior end, which is called the genu of the corpus callosum, and that part is the lamina terminalis of the corpus callosum. You can see that very well. And that is the genu, and that is the body or the trunk, and this is the posterior end or the splenium of the corpus callosum. So this whole thing is the corpus callosum, which will connect different parts of the cerebral hemisphere to each other, except the lower part of the, except the orbital surface of the frontal lobe, and also the anterior inferior part of the temporal lobe, that will be connected with the anterior commissure. So you can see over here, that is the lamina terminalis, and you have the anterior commissure over here, number 2 we have put, and here is the interventricular foramen. They are showing the interventricular, and that band of the white matter is the fornix. It is actually another projection fiber, so that is the fornix, and that is the interventricular foramen. And you can see over here we are having the lamina terminalis, and that anterior commissure is actually connecting the orbital surface, the anterior part, and it has a posterior part. The anterior part connects the orbital surface of the frontal lobe, whereas the posterior end connects the both temporal lobe. Yes, it connects the both temporal lobe, the anterior end of the temporal lobe. It will connect on both the sides. So these are the two areas which are not connected by the corpus callosum. So the two cerebral hemispheres will be interconnected with each other by these commissural fibers. So now coming to the specimen, so you can see beautifully the corpus callosum is seen very clearly. You have the anterior end of the corpus or the genu, and then how coming down here as you go, that is the corpus callosum. Yes, that is the corpus callosum, And as we come down, you can see over here the anterior commissure very clearly. So anterior commissure is seen very clearly over here. So that is the anterior commissure, and that will connect the orbital part of the frontal lobe and also the temporal lobe. Both the temporal lobes. So these two parts are not connected by the corpus callosum. So coming to the posterior end of the corpus callosum, we can see the splenium of the corpus callosum, and below the splenium, if we concentrate, you can see a posterior commissure over here. Just below the splenium, if you see a green color structure, that is the pineal gland, and it has an anterior lamina and a posterior lamina. That is the splenium of the corpus callosum. So below the corpus callosum, you can see the green color, that is the pineal gland. That is the pineal gland, anterior stalk, posterior stalk. And if you continue along the posterior stalk, you can see a small, another commissural fiber, that is the posterior commissure. This is the posterior commissure. And below the posterior commissure, you can see the tectum of the midbrain, the superior colliculus. So that arrow I put is the superior colliculus. So the arrow is put at the superior colliculus. Below that you can see the cerebellum. So that is the midbrain. So that is the tectum of the midbrain or the superior colliculus. So this posterior commissure is connecting the pretectal fibers. Above the pineal gland, if you go the anterior commissure, if you follow, you will see another small commissure, that is the habenular commissure. So that is the habenular commissure. You can see that below the splenium of the corpus callosum, we have another commissural fiber, band of commissural fiber, that is habenular commissure. And that is continuous with the anterior stalk of the pineal gland, not the pituitary gland, it is the pineal gland. And that is the habenular commissure. Okay, so now we come back to the fornix. So you can see the fornix very well over here, that is the projection fiber, and between the fornix and the septum pellucidum you can see another commissural fiber, that is the hippocampal commissure, or it is also called the commissure of the fornix. So again we have another commissural fiber, that is the hippocampal commissure or the commissure of the fornix, that is marked in the purple color. So that these are all the commissural fibers, hippocampal commissure or the commissure of fornix. They all connect one cerebral hemisphere to the other cerebral hemisphere. So association fibers are between the same cerebral hemisphere. This is connecting the other one cerebral hemisphere to the other. So now let's come to the specimen. You can see the specimen over here. We can see the splenium of the corpus callosum. So below the splenium, that is the pineal gland. You can see anterior stalk, posterior stalk. So if you follow the posterior stalk downwards, that is the anterior stalk, you will get the habenular commissure over there. And posterior stalk, if it is downwards, you will get the posterior commissure down. So that is the anterior stalk, and the habenular commissure, that is the posterior stalk, and you get the posterior commissure. So now coming to the lateral surface. So and we have taken a longitudinal section, okay, of the brain to, this is the temporal lobe, and then you have the frontal, and so this is a longitudinal section, and you can see the projection fibers to understand the projection fibers. So we have completed the association fibers, the commissural, and this is the cerebral cortex. You can see the cortex, and then white matter is seen very well. So you can see some fibers. So those are the fibers of the white matter which are going down. Those are the nuclei. Some nuclei are there within the white matter, and these are the fibers. Some of the fibers are seen very clearly in the longitudinal section. And these are the fibers. So some fibers which will go from the cerebral cortex down. So it will project down. Those are centrifugal fibers. Whereas some fibers will project up. They will come from the lower centers to the cerebral cortex. They are centripetal fibers. So they are coming towards the cerebral cortex. So centripetal, like the corona radiata fibers. So they are centripetal fibers, whereas some fibers will project down. From the cerebral cortex down, they will project into the lower centers, into the midbrain, pons. So that is the centrifugal fibers. So these are actually the projection fibers. So the main projection fibers is one of the main projection fibers is the internal capsule. So this is what is the internal capsule. For this we have taken a transverse section. We have cut like this transversely, and then we can see the thalamus over here. So that is the thalamus, and then we have the caudate nucleus. Just above the thalamus we have the caudate nucleus, and here is the lentiform nucleus. So you can see the lentiform nucleus is like a lens. So that is the lentiform nucleus, and the V-shaped, in between this all structure you have the V-shaped internal capsule. So internal capsule is V-shaped, and the open part of the V is projecting laterally, and this will actually allow the fibers, longitudinal fibers, to pass through it. They are the projection fibers, and they will communicate with the other parts of the brain or the central nervous system. These are the fibers which are communicating the cerebral cortex to the other parts of the brain or the central nervous system. They are called projection fibers. And you have, now we are coming to the same sagittal section. You can see over here another projection fiber, that is the fornix, which we have talked already, below the corpus callosum, just below the that is the septum pellucidum. That is the septum pellucidum below the corpus callosum. Below the septum pellucidum you have another band of white matter fiber or the projection fiber, that is called the